Ooh, ooh, welcome, welcome to my channel, Princess Army. What's up, Army Nation? How you doing? This the girl Princess. Welcome to the channel, Princess Army. Yes, so you guys, some of you know, some of you may not know. I work in retail at Macy's. So now this is going to be a story time of sometimes this is going to be a story time of 3 specific time I went above and beyond for the customer I was helping so they can have a good experience. Okay, so this specific time I was working at Macy's seasonal, and this lady came in. She was telling me that it's her husband's birthday. I'm sorry, this man came in and he was telling me it's his wife's birthday, and she liked this jacket, so he came to get it. And then I looked on the floor. I was working in the men's I'm sorry, there was this woman, because I was working in a men's department at that time. So this woman came in and she told me that it was her husband's birthday and that she was looking for this jacket to get to him for him. So I looked everywhere on the floor. I think she needed a size medium, so I looked everywhere on the floor and I couldn't find a medium size. So I went, I was searching everywhere all over the floor trying to find it. I even went in the stock room trying to find it and everything for her. And I looked everywhere. I was upstairs in that stock room. You couldn't tell me nothing. I swear I was gonna find it. I looked and looked and looked maybe for like 20 minutes, and then I ran back downstairs, and I told her I'm sorry I didn't find it. But she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, just because I took so long to find it, I didn't just go upstairs and then come back down like most people would do. I actually took my time and, you know, tried to find it for her, because I don't understand that she was super happy because it was her husband's birthday and she wanted to get that jacket for him. So that was a good moment. Every time I get hired and stuff and they tell me about a time, I always tell them that story. Yes, so that's one of the first thing that happened. All right, so now I'm gonna tell you about the second thing that happened. Okay, so this second occasion, this lady came in with her daughter, and she showed me this jacket. I was working in the coat department this time. This was last year. I was working in the coat department at that time, and she came and she was like, I just left from Garden State and they said you guys have one jacket. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's one. Why didn't they tell you that when it's one, it's very hard to find, because the minute you leave that store, that other store can sell that one piece, so never go for one. And then I say, I looked around, but anyways, I looked at the picture and I looked around the floor and everything to see if I could find it, but I didn't find it. So I went to the coat stock room and I was looking everywhere, and then I just happened to find it. It was the one piece. It was sitting right there. Oh my gosh, I happened to find it. It was sitting right there. So I quickly hurry up and ran to her. She was like, oh my gosh, and she hugged me. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you found it, because it's my daughter's birthday. Her daughter that she came to the store, it's my daughter's birthday and she really wanted that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I was able to find it. She was like, oh my gosh, can I give you money or something? And I'm like, no, it's my job to help. Then she was like, oh, you sure? Because I can give it to you. They won't see it. And I'm like, no, I can't take it. Thank you so much for offering, but I can't take it. We're not allowed to take tips. It's our job to go above and and beyond. But most people don't. So when you find that one person that's willing to go above and beyond, the customers are super happy. So yeah, that was the third situation. The second situation. Sorry. She was just so happy. She was like, and then her daughter was smiling. Her daughter was like, "Thank you," and I was like, I was so happy that I found it for them because, it's her daughter birthday and stuff. I found out, so they was so happy and they was so excited. I was so happy that I was able to find that for them. And mind you, this was last year. The first story, that was like the first story that I told you guys, let me get off track for a minute. The first story that I told y'all, that was a long time ago. That was like 7 years ago, I want to say, when I was working in the coat department, because I know my oldest son was 2 years old. Back then, he was the only child. Yeah, it was two. He was two. All right, now let's fast forward. Let's get back to where we was. All right, so that's how it ended. She was so happy that I found the coat. She was like super happy. So that's that. Now let's get to the third and final story. Okay, yes, you guys. So now for the third and final story. Okay, so this story actually took place yesterday. So that was Friday, September 13th. Friday, September the 13th. Okay, and then this lady came in. First she asked me where the suit department was, and I showed it to her. I was like, if you need any help, let me know. And then she grabbed this brand new Calvin Klein suits that just came the day before, and then she went to try. She came back out to find another size of the jacket. The manager was helping her, and they couldn't find it because they're going around. But since Calvin Klein is my section, I went ahead and I showed it to her, and she tried it on and stuff, and she came back out. She said she didn't like it. And then I was helping her to find something else. Like, we had these basic suits, the gray, the navy, or the black, and she was telling me that she have a lot of black, so she didn't want a black suit. And then she tried a gray, but the jacket fit, but the pants was a little tight. They didn't have the 6. They only had the 4. The 4 was just fitting, but she needed a little bit more room. So yeah, and then she was saying that, her job that she'd been with 15 years, they're moving overseas. So now they're sending all the people over here, and stuff at her job so they can train them. So basically they're training the new employees to take their job. So she'll be out of a job, and they are forced to train the new people that's going to take their job. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. So yeah, I was helping her yesterday and stuff, and then I helped her with the navy one, but and I left her to try that on, and I went ahead to lunch, and then when I came back, I figured that she got the suits, the blue one, because she even got that DKNY blue and white top that she was gonna wear with it also. But then fast forward today, September 14th. Today I saw her again, and I was like, and she was like, "Hi, you helped me yesterday," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "What happened? You didn't like the blue one?" She said, "No, there was something that I can't remember. There was a reason why I didn't get it, but I can't remember." And then she was freaking out. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is tomorrow," because remind you, she's already stressed, losing her job after 15 years and stuff. Just she's stressed about that. So I understand, that she's stressed. So I try my best to, help her and to, ease her nerves so she won't be so nervous. So I literally spent maybe about 1 hour with her yesterday, and maybe like 2 hours, 1.5 hour today. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours combined within the 2 days. So today we was looking and stuff. The jacket that she tried on was too long, so I brought her over to the petite Calvin Klein so she can try that, and it didn't fit right. So we went back over to the regular. We was looking around at some other sizing and stuff, and the one that we looked at, she didn't like that color. She didn't like the gray, because she tried. There's one with like a one button, and then the double buttons. So yeah, they didn't have the size and stuff. So we looking around, we looking and stuff at a bunch of different things. She tried on the gray and she didn't like it. So I brought the blue back to her again, because she couldn't remember why she didn't take the blue yesterday, the blue suits. So I brought the blue suit back to her. And then I gave her two options. I gave her the one button jacket and the double button jacket, navy, and I gave her two size, a size 8 pants and a size 6. So she tried that, and minutes went by. I went to do something else, and I came back and I saw her, and then she was like, "Yeah, I actually like it." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes!" I was finally able to help her pick a suit, because I know she was so stressed. Like, she was freaking out. She was so stressed. So when she said she tried it on and she loved it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you." Okay, she found. So yes, she loved that one. She ended up getting the Calvin Klein suits and that DKNY top, and she left happy. She was like, when she found it, she was like, "Mwah!" She kissed me on the cheek. She hugged me. She was so happy. She hugged me and kissed me on the cheek. Mwah. And then she was like, "Thank you, thank you." I say, "You're welcome." And then she paying for her stuff and everything. And then she was telling the manager, "Oh my gosh," she was telling the manager I was so helpful and patient and everything, and she really appreciate that. That's what she was telling the manager about me. And then I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just happy I was helped. I'm just happy I was able to help." And then I said, I told her good luck with everything. And then she went out the door. She left with her stuff and everything. And before she left, on her way out, I was like, "If you need any more suits, I'm in Calvin Klein suits." So yeah, she was like, "Oh, you trying to get me to buy more stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah." We laughed about that. So that was, yeah, those was three memorable moments for me where I went above and beyond. Of course, there's more times, but those three situations, those were like amazing results. So I was just so happy to be able to put those smile on their faces. So, yep, that's it for the story time, you guys. The story time of the time I went above and beyond to make my customers happy. That makes sense. All right, you guys, that's it for the story time. Tell me about a time where you went shopping and someone went above and beyond to help you. Tell me about it in the comments. I want to read them. I want to know about it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And please turn on your notifications so you can be notified whenever I upload. I post like 2 videos a day and stuff. So make sure you guys and don't forget to click the thumbs up. Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, stay blessed, divas. Bye. Wait. Bye.